Hey, Coach, it's Joe Salas here. Got a special guest with us today, Jason Mohns from, and I'm going to try to get this right, Saguaro High School in Arizona. Did I get it right?
Pretty close. Saguaro, yep.
All right. And Coach is actually a six-time state championship coach. I saw him. I just ran into you, Coach, on Twitter the other day, and I told you you're a lot of your stuff that you do is very similar to what I do, but you do it a little bit smarter. So I really just wanted you to come on and kind of teach us, walk us through those two clips, because just brilliant stuff. And then maybe later we can get you on the podcast. But just connected through Twitter, found out we were both followed each other, and so I DM'd you, and here we are. And man, just teach us, man. I love the look of those two plays. So simple, so smart, and would love to hear how you teach them.
Absolutely. No, well, I appreciate you having me on. And yeah, I don't know if we're smarter than anybody else. We just we face some really good defenses out here in Arizona. I think for people that don't know much about Arizona high school football, it's pretty talented players and some pretty darn good coaches and programs out here. Our last state championship game this past year was the first time ever in the history of Arizona that two nationally ranked top 25 teams met for a state championship. So we've got some tremendous programs out here, and so it forces you to have to kind of always continuously get better and look for ways. So by no means can I take credit for inventing anything. We just try to get really good at dressing up what we do and giving a lot of different looks and creating that what I call the illusion of complexity. That's kind of what we're all about. So yeah, let me go and share my screen real quick. I had it pulled up, so let's see if I can figure that out. You got that all right there, Coach?
Yep, gotcha.
Okay. So the play that Coach is talking about is what the base way we run is just what we call our inverted GT scheme. So it's really a GT read, but we're inverting it. So we're making the quarterback the GT runner, and we're making the running back the perimeter keep player. So, a typical GT, the running back's the dive player, and then the quarterback would pull it off that backside end. We're just flipping this. So the traditional way we run it is, just like you'd run a bash play or a power read, whatever you call it, same concept, except for instead of shuffle, we're not going to try to shuffle all the way out. We're just going to we do a little kind of almost like a skip pull step. If you skip pull your offensive lineman, we do a similar thing with the quarterback. So that inside foot takes that backwards karaoke step, outside foot plants, and we're just riding shoulder to shoulder. And quarterback's just reading the end line of scrimmage. So we're running GT away. If he comes down and gets in the tackle's hip pocket and chases, we're going to hand the ball off and block perimeter, just like you would on a power read or on a bash play. If that defensive end sees that eye candy coming across his face and he wants to chase, now the quarterback would disconnect and run GT. So it's just a way of, if you've got an athletic quarterback, it's just a way to change up the read, get your quarterback involved in the run game. It's a really good way to get the ball on the perimeter. That was actually the Twitter post I jumped in on was, it was like, hey, show us your best fly sweep perimeter play. And to be honest with you, we might have ran fly sweep like 2 or 3 times all season last year. The way we get the ball on the perimeter is by reading that front side end a lot of different ways. So this is our basic way of doing it. So, and that's not the play we connected on, but this just gives you a little taste right here. So we're running quarterback GT to the right. We're reading the end line of scrimmage. If he comes upfield, if he doesn't get in the hip pocket, if he disconnects, then we'll pull it and just run QB counter. So that's not a great clip, but at least it gives you an idea. We can do it out of 2 backs. Same thing here. Now we would put, again, pulling GT away, and then we're just putting the front side back in the perimeter blocking. Okay, so again, defensive end doesn't stay in the tackle's hip pocket.
Hey, hit it on slow when you show.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that, guys. So here you go. So defensive end chases, quarterback pulls, and again, we're just running quarterback counter. So, and a lot of you guys probably do that. We've been doing it for a long time. So what we talked about was kind of what we progressed to. So, and I'll show you the read play where, because most of the time it ends up being a quarterback keep, and we'll do some RPO stuff off of it. But here's an old school give play. Here's an old school give play. Okay. So this is what we progressed to, which is, if you play teams like this was the semifinals against Hamilton High School, is one of the top programs in Arizona. And so you play teams that are real big and athletic on the outside and guys that can kind of screw up your read. So instead of meshing across the quarterback's face, we just put them in a same side mesh, okay? And so it's like Clemson does a lot of this with the same side bash read. we're just doing it off the quarterback GT. So on the snap of the ball, our running back's going to take a jab step, and then he's just going to open up kind of like into pitch phase. And our quarterback is just going to kind of take a shuffle step. He's reading the front side in the same way. If this guy is real disciplined and he gets in the tackle's hip pocket, then we're just going to toss this ball out right now. This joker right here now was the #1 cornerback in the country last year. He's a 10'4", 100-meter kid. His name's Keely Ringo, committed to Georgia. So he's on campus in Georgia right now. So we knew that if this kid respected the tackle pull at all, and if he just hesitated at all, and we could get this ball in the perimeter, it was a big play for us. And so if you got a guy like that can really run, if you get any kind of where this M&L line of scrimmage just wants to fit down at all on the tackle's pull, now we can get this ball outside right now. So I'll go slow on it right here and show you. Just a little jab, bang, ball's out right now. Okay. If that guy would have chased upfield right now, then the quarterback would fake that toss, stick his foot, he'd go run the GT. So show it one more time. So we're just going same side right there. Now the other clip, and I thought it was in this presentation, but I might have to pull it up, is what we do out of two-back. So when we played in the state championship game, and I apologize, I thought it was in this one, but I'll pull this up real quick in just a second. So it's really become our perimeter run game with an athletic quarterback. We're not going to try. We'll run some outside zone, but I love to run the two-back GT read. So when we get going on that and we get that front side back, it's a really good counter off of outside zone, split zone, any of our two-back offense that we're running. So let me ODK this real quick here. Apologize, Coach. If you want to pause it for a minute, just give me a second.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
While you're looking for that, why do you jab step on the other one on the toss play? Why do you jab step him in? Was he just getting too far?
He was just getting out too quick. And I've actually been talking to, and this is the clip I want. I've been talking to some of my college coaching buddies, and they kind of do like a shuffle and then open on the snap to slow him down. We just did the jab step to slow that joker down because he would want to get out and go, and then we just didn't want that toss to get too far disconnected. So that for us was we just tell, because usually we wait for the catch of the ball before we start our running back footwork and mechanics. So on that one, we just said on the snap, take a jab, and then open up and go. And that also too, if they've seen GT a little bit and they see guard tackle pull and they see the back take that, zone step or that gap step like he's going to run GT or inside zone, that might influence that defensive end to chase the tackle a little more. And now we can beat him outside. Just stick your foot and go. So here's this is quarterback GT right here. So we're in a two-back look. We base out of 11 personnel. So what we like to do is, we'll bring our H. This is more of a 12 personnel formation right here. But we'll utilize our H. So we'll be in 4 wide, we'll be in 3 wide, we'll be in double tight. So we really try to be as multiple as we can without changing personnel. So we're going to base out of 11, and that's probably our #1 personnel group. And then 20 or 12 would probably be our next two most common personnel grouping. So we're just running GT, quarterback GT back to the left right here. Okay. And this is an odd split look. I think our center block's back. He busted here. He really should be acing with the guard on this one. We should be acing guard. I don't know if my computer's loading. Come on, computer. Struggling right now. Okay, so the left guard should be acing with the center to this backside backer. We're going to climb right now right here, and then we're just going to pull kick. We're going to pull insert right here. Okay, we're going to read this. And then really, and our front side back screws up here. He's going to block the #2, all right, first backer out of the box. He should be working the alley, and he kind of peels back on the mic, which we should let this kid foot race the mic unless the mic's scraping right now. If the mic was scraping right now, we'd peel off and then go one-on-one with the safety. So, again, we're reading that end man. End man's he's crashing hard right now, so ball's on the perimeter. You can just see our front side back. If he does a better job of scanning in, we tell him scan inside out. Now, as soon as we have this right here, he should continue on. And if we do that, we probably walk and score right here. For whatever reason, he decides to peel off of that and then leave this kid one-on-one. Now we still get a good chunk out of it, but again, this has become one of our best perimeter run plays if we have a quarterback that can really run, because the threat of that counter play coming back the other way, you just get teams doing exactly really good, well-coached teams are going to do exactly what this kid does right here, which is try to fit his hands on the tackle's pull and squeeze that down. And so it's a really good way to get that ball outside right now and get it in the hands of a kid that can run. So those were the two looks, Coach, that I had posted that we had talked about. So, happy to answer any more questions about those or any adjustment type things.
No, that was perfect, Coach. And I tell you that again, we do a lot of similar stuff, but you're just a little smarter than me at it. And I'm definitely stealing both of those. And I appreciate you coming on and doing this, man.
Yeah, for sure. And I got plenty of time if you want to do the podcast part of it.
Okay. All right. Well, let me stop this.